Great Basin National Park in Nevada, we drove south to Bryce Canyon National Park in Utah. Mom and Dad came here in 2012 with Claire, who was 16 months old. They were really excited for us to see the canyon because they remembered how much it looked like another planet. The canyon is filled with hoodoos that have formed over many, many years. We hiked down into the canyon and had fun deciding what each spire looked like. One is said to look like Queen Victoria, but I didn't think so. We spent the night camping in the park and attended the ranger talk about Utah prairie dogs.
We were in Bryce Canyon National Park. We learned that this kind of tree, ponderosa pine, smells really good if you smell in between it smells like butterscotch and vanilla. It smells really good.
We watched the sunset over the park and also found a river and waterfall to play in. Next, we stayed for 5 nights at a house in Kanab and took day trips to see interesting things. We had to visit the Best Friends Animal Sanctuary, which is the biggest animal shelter in the US.
Here we are live from Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab, Utah. And we are at the parrot house. We are about to see some parrots. Yeah, we're about to go on our tour.
The second reason they end up in rescues.
We were given a tour of the bird area and another of the cat houses. We learned that parrots can live for over 100 years, so you have to be a very committed pet owner to have one. There were hundreds of cats of all breeds, housed separately depending on which illness they were recovering from. There were some kittens up for adoption, and we were allowed to sit in a room with them and play. Also near Kanab is the Coral Pink Sand Dunes State Park. We had a fun time running up and sliding down the sand dunes. It was very windy, and we could see how the wind was moving the sand. The sand in the sun was hot, and the sand in the shade was cold. We wanted to stay longer but had to leave as the sun started setting. Zion National Park was an hour's drive from our place, so we decided to visit the park just one day. It was very busy with other visitors, but we still able to see some awesome emerald lakes and waterfalls. It was a very colorful canyon and also very narrow, so it felt really cool to be walking along the canyon's floor. We really enjoyed seeing the scratched and ridged sandstone cliffs, which looked like they have been painted, but really have been carved from ice, water, and wind. We also stopped to see some ancient rock dwellings in the mighty Colorado River. Our next stop was Page, Arizona. We took a slightly longer route to get there so we could see the Vermilion Cliffs National Monument. We visited Horseshoe Bend. It's very deep and a bit scary to see up close. During our stay, we also drove to Lake Powell and had a picnic dinner on the beach close to Lone Rock. It was a really nice evening. From Page, we drove to Grand Canyon National Park. Our first sighting of the canyon was the East Gate, and we were really surprised to see how deep and wide it was. We took shuttle buses to various viewpoints and learned about the history of the canyon by watching an IMAX documentary. We camped in the park for 3 nights and saw plenty of elk in the campground. One day we also hiked 1 kilometer into the canyon. It was hot and pretty challenging. Every evening we attended a park ranger talk and learned about the California condor, some of the now extinct species in the park, and about the US astronauts who landed on the moon and came to the park to train. The days were warm and the nights were cool. Goodbye, Arizona. Hello, Nevada. We needed some showers, laundry, and a break from nature. So we went to Las Vegas. We stayed in a very nice hotel with a swimming pool and very comfortable beds, which were so nice after all the camping we've been doing. We explored a huge candy store. Mom wanted us to see a Cirque du Soleil show and picked the Michael Jackson one. It was incredible. There were so many acrobats and special effects, and the music and dancing were incredible. We were only 2 blocks from the Vegas Strip, so we went out to see the lights and colors of the Strip. We watched the Bellagio fountain show and saw some of our favorite superheroes walking around. The girls spent the afternoon at an interactive art exhibit called Omega Mart. It was funny and so strange and unexpected. The boys checked out an exhibit on the Edventures, and Simon had a blast. There seems to be something for everyone in Vegas. Next, we traveled to Death Valley National Park, from Bright City to Barren Desert. It was quite a challenge. The visitor center thermometer read 36 degrees. The sand dunes were too hot to walk on without shoes, and even then it was really hot whenever the sand touched your skin.
We are in Death Valley National Park at the Salt Flats. Bad water. There's a species of snails that only lives in that one puddle. Not because it's poisonous, because it's just salty. It's so hot. That sign right there is sea level, so we're much below sea level.
We went from the lowest point and explored the parts of the park that were used in scenes for the original Star Wars. We hiked a slot canyon with smooth walls and could easily have spent a few more days exploring all there is to see and do. It is on our list of places to see again.